Welcome back to the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center, where the home season for North Dakota volleyball wraps up in a bit of a disappointing way today. North Dakota beaten by a score of 3-0 by Purdue Fort Wayne. Amanda, a tough one today. We went through some of the numbers. It was simply an offensive juggernaut today for Purdue Fort Wayne. 3 of their hitters hit over 400 this afternoon. Doubled up North Dakota in kills, and you heard Mark Pryor. That's just not a good recipe for success when you have that happen to you today.
No, and we talked about keys to the game earlier today, and when we talked about out-hitting, those numbers you just mentioned, clearly that was a key to success for Purdue Fort Wayne. And when Coach Pryor came out and he talked about needing consistency and not being able to have that when you don't have a number of attackers on the front line that you can rely on to be consistent all the time, Purdue Fort Wayne was able to actually do that exact thing and take advantage of that today.
He did say, however, Coach Pryor, that the freshmen did some things, stepped up really well. They're doing that in certain spots. As we take a look through some of our highlights in the matchup, Jordan Vale trying to get going early, Ashley Brueggemann also. But we started to see the balance that Purdue Fort Wayne had. Jabria Green early, an opportunity for Sydney Borst, who ends up hitting .571 this afternoon for Purdue Fort Wayne, which is outstanding. Lexi Ahrens, get used to seeing and hearing that name because she's going to be a big part of the future for North Dakota. Right now, her two-time all-conference player. They go to her in the first set. In the second today, Victoria Mills, who split the assists evenly in the 6-2 rotation today with Purdue Fort Wayne. And then right now we're again from the outside. And their two setters had a big day today. Jordan Vale blocks, goes into a joust, wins that joust up front. And North Dakota tried to get a block started and then tried to get Vale started. Another opportunity late in the second. But more Purdue Fort Wayne's offense, and Madeline Worster was huge with that left hand on the right side today. In the third, coming out of the intermission, North Dakota's body language better. Looked like they were reading some things. And Jordan Vale with a great tip to the middle. Back to the outside. Talia Flores backing up her nice night on Thursday. But again, Sydney Borst, when you're hitting over 500, that's a hot hand and it's tough to turn away. There she is again through a block from Lexi Ahrens. And after a timeout, the match comes to an end with a service error that no one really saw coming after a timeout. And North Dakota ends up swept today, 3-0. 312 on the hitting percentage, 56 kills. It was 40-20 after the third. We're happy to see North Dakota put some energy on the floor in the third, but Purdue Fort Wayne just got too many options today.
And Coach Pryor mentioned that too when he stepped off after the game. He said they need to come out with a sense of urgency in their next match. That's essentially what they did to start set 3, and then along the way, they kind of were worn down again by the offense on Purdue Fort Wayne's side. But coming out with a sense of urgency is something they did in set 3, lost it. So in their next match, that's what they're going to have.